Okay traders, welcome back. It is Saturday the 11th of January 2025 here in Australia, Brisbane, and we're just looking at again the ASX 200 after yesterday's NFP. So NFP was fairly bullish for the US dollar index, and probably less reason now for the Fed to have to rush in to make any changes. So this could also push inflation up and so forth. So obviously more data to come in, but that was the driving force behind NFP yesterday. So we're going to look at price here. In the earlier video, the levels here around this 3.9, 3.10 we're looking at for price to drift back up, or possibly even back towards this 3.20, 3.25 level. But the main focus here was the fact that looking at price action from yesterday. So about lunchtime yesterday in Sydney, we saw price obviously bleed off fairly heavily into this key support level towards 82.50. Often what we'll see is price then pounce back up. So when we saw it come here, keep in mind 15-minute chart, where price breaks down and pulls back in and fills those voids. I was hoping, or I was expecting maybe the same thing with the buy here, that we can get out of this fairly quickly and price would come back towards this 310 level. But what happened was the sellers and the dryers virtually just dried up. So we just see price drifting back in. Okay, no aggressive selling nor buying, it's just drifting back into the range, waiting on NFP, and then as soon as NFP comes out, we get this collapse right here, and we come in back to this 82.50 key level again. We bounce off that, we can't make it back up into the point of release where NFP was released up around that 310 level. Then we start breaking down again. We break the 82.50 level, come down to 82.15 area. We have another crack up here trying to get above the 82.50, and price fails again. So once again, just looking at a different charting package on the 5-minute chart. So again, from yesterday, we see the buy down here, pretty strong, obvious buy, and that's just drifting price here on the 5-minute chart. We're just drifting back into this weak leg. We drift back in there, waiting on NFP. And then we start to see price give way here at NFP. So we were looking yesterday in the previous video, a couple levels up around the 9 level. Just excuse this package, the pricing's a bit different on this, but this was about the 9 or 10 level, and then looking for potentially price to come up higher. But that might have happened had we seen a nice good swift reaction off here. But you can see these previous levels where price will just drift back into the range and not do a whole lot. So all these legs all tend to often get filled. So we see this price run here, price comes off, fills in that leg. Same deal here, this leg going down, this is a bit more of a teaser, we come back in, fill the leg. Same as earlier this, or midweek towards the end, we see price breaking out here, we come back in, fill that level again. So this is quite aggressively weak here. So that was the NFP result. Also just looking, so we can see the levels now. We've got to see if this 32.50 area ends up holding or not. I just want to have a quick also look at the German. Interesting on the DAX, where it's held this level here strong all week, kind of pretty well in a range. So go back to this 15-minute chart. So we ended up breaking down. So just looking at it on trading view here. So this key level, 20.85, was a really strong level all week, a little bit deeper here. It really remained here, did break up through there yesterday again before NFP, and then we finally broke through again, and now we're going to see whether we can actually hold below this 20.285 level and start trading back in around here where this point of release where price started to take off right into this level here at 21.65. So that's going to be interesting. So but yeah, overall we see price, or at least the US dollar index, gaining here. Still good for gold. See gold here responded down initially and then back up. Euro sold off. again, often what you'll see is in the low liquidity environment, as we see here, NFP, the price can often come back up and even go the other direction, but here it did come back into this key level, or pretty close to it, couldn't quite get there, and then broke lower. So we have a couple of ranges here where prices within this range, then we break lower, now within this range here, and then liquidity starts to dry up towards the end of the session. So if we just look at the ASX 200 on the 4-hour chart, so this is a fairly good up tempo buying into this key level here, 360 level, but we're now weakening. So this key level 8255.50 level, that's going to be key. If price continues to keep trading, then we're probably looking somewhere around here, this 140 150 level, key level down in here. So let's just see what the open is like Monday next week, but yeah, if it can stay below the 250, then the chances are we're going to come lower. However, if we see on the smaller time frames prices building, maybe it comes back through the 250, does a bit of a retest, and then starts building higher again to challenge the highs. So a few things we'll be looking out for come Monday, but we'll have a closer look when the session opens.